What is going on, guys? I am super excited to be bringing you the first episode of my Seattle Kraken franchise mode series on NHL 22. I've been waiting a while to bring this to you guys. I was originally going to actually do this as a cup or bust in NHL 21, but I figured, you know what? Let's wait for the official team and do a proper franchise. Now, I've actually left all the ratings the same as EA had them just because I wanted to jump into this on day one, but I've actually added some created players. Basically, top 5 picks, some top 10 picks, guys I felt need to be in the game, I went and quickly made. So, right here you have Ivan Miroshachenko. I probably butchered his name. He should be a top 3 pick in this year's draft. 75 overall, medium elite, very solid player. After that, you have Jake Sanderson, top 5 pick a couple years ago. 77 overall, medium elite. Going to be a big part of that Senators blue line moving forward. Kent Johnson, I think Columbus took him 4th overall this year. 72 medium elite. Another one of the Michigan guys. Below him, Luke Hughes, obviously Quinn Jack's brother. Pardon me, he went number 4 to the Devils, while Johnson went number 5 to the Blue Jackets. Also 72 medium elite, very good offensive defenseman. Matthew Beniers, 2nd overall, another Michigan guy. 18 years old there, 74 overall, medium elite. He'll be a big part of our future team because I think he's like our only good prospect. Matthew Boldy here, 76 overall, high top 6 forward for the Minnesota Wild. Matthew Michkov, it's either going to be him or Connor Bedard, 1st overall 2023. I feel like it'll probably be Bedard. So Michkov here, 71 medium franchise. If you guys don't know, Bedard's a 72 medium franchise. So they actually finally bumped him up from medium elite, which was an absolute joke last year. Gave him that proper franchise potential. Owen Power here, of course, 1st overall pick, another Michigan boy. 75 medium elite. I feel like that's a pretty solid rating for him. Wasn't like, you know, a crazy 1st overall pick or anything, but did look pretty good at the World Championships. Vasily put Coles in here, 75 high top 6. Power forward there for the Canucks. And finally, Yaroslav Askarov, one of the best goalie prospects in the world right now. 75 overall medium elite potential. Obviously drafted by the Predators a couple seasons ago. So I think there are 10 guys here in total. Basically, these are like the 10 prospects I felt were most important to add. Didn't want to spend, you know, forever adding guys. Like I said, I really am just excited to try out franchise mode. I looked at some of the ratings. They're not that great, but again, you know, I'll just kind of change them down the line. We got a lot of time before roster sharing's out in December. So for this, we're just going to do Classic and use the Seattle team that was given to us. But I've actually got some plans for some other videos later on using the Seattle Kraken expansion draft. So there they are, Seattle Kraken, top players, Philip Grubauer, Mark Giordano, Jane Schwartz. The Pacific Palm Springs Hockey Club is our AHL team. Honestly, I'm more than fine with that. I'm not going to waste time changing the team or whatever. So Seattle Kraken at 88 overall are actually the 2nd highest rated team in the Pacific. Vegas Golden Knights are 89. Honestly, guys, so I'm going to give you my quick predictions for Pacific. I have Vegas 1, Edmonton 2, Seattle 3. So I'm honestly not too shocked. Arizona 80 is terrible. Let's see. Buffalo 83 is pretty bad as well. But I mean, Tampa there 91, Toronto 89. The Metro's a bloodbath. Like, the worst team is who? Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh's tied for the worst team with Columbus? See, that's pretty crazy. That shows you how competitive the Metro is going to be. I like our chances, though, in the Pacific Division. For this, guys, owner mode will be turned off. Side Cup, of course, is on. Bug of War and Player Morale, I have both those turned off. Not a huge fan of them. CPU trades, though, will be turned on. Everything else I'm just going to be controlling myself. In terms of the settings, I'm trying to make it as authentic as possible. So game style, 4-4 full sim. Injuries, though, turned off, because especially now with the X Factors, that'd be such an annoyance constantly trying to get your max chem. Period length, 20 minutes. Franchise mode length, we'll do 10 years there. That's usually how long you do these series for. CPU trades are on. Difficulty, we'll do Superstar, Draft Ownership, Authentic. Side Cap, of course, is on. Trade difficulty there, I'm just going to make it hard, make it tougher on us. A lot of people do medium, but I like a bit of a challenge. So looks pretty good to me. I guess the one other thing we do have to check is the scoring engine. We need to make sure that that's up to high. I actually have done one sim with medium and it wasn't quite high enough. And someone told me I should actually make the shot frequency high if the scoring is. That way the goalie stats don't go too low from basically scoring on less shots. If they're scoring more on more shots, the goalie stats should work out to be about the same. So there we go, guys. Starting our Seattle Kraken franchise run. 10 years with this expansion team. I feel like we got to win at least one cup. And honestly, I'm hoping to build a bit of a dynasty here in Seattle. I'm a huge fan of their logo and their jerseys. So we've got one of the best looking teams in the league. I guess first things first, I'll kind of show you guys what this team is looking like to start with. Not gonna, oh my goodness. Can we do best lines here and fix the chemistry? Because that was looking pretty bad. We'll try Yanni Gord there. He is a center. I'm pretty sure Schwartz, Gord, Everly is going to be their first line in real life. It's a shame that's not going to really work in game. Wow, that chemistry is not good at all. I was looking at our defense, guys, and I didn't think Jerry Lozon was our 6th best guy, and he definitely wasn't. We have Dennis Cholowski here now in the NHL, 80 overall. Also could have went with Carson Soucy, who's an 80, but Cholowski's younger. Hopefully can grow medium top 4 there. In terms of goalies, probably the strong suit of this team. Grubauer there's got an X factor. 87 overall. Drieger backing up 84 is a very solid backup. I also switched up the offense a little bit, but probably no point, as I think I'm going to make some trades here and do some things before we get started here with the season. Also, too, I'll show you guys kind of what the trade values look like for these players. It's quite a bit different this year. So look at that. Matthew Beniers, 1874. Not a lot of trade value, but like it actually is when you compare it to other people. You have to be like a real superstar to have a ton of trade value. You can see he does have the most on this team. Draft picks there, you can see a first round pick has about the same value as Beniers. Maybe ours has so much because we are an expansion team, but for instance, if I show you guys a team like Boston, you can see first round pick there, not a lot of value. Pastrnak, Marchand, tons. Bergeron to go to bid. These are 90 overall guys. Like, looks like, you know, for Bergeron, a couple first round picks or something. So I wonder why they did this. You know what? I think I know why they did this. It's probably so now, like the difference between McDavid and, yeah, McDavid's still got the max value, even with the lower value. So that shows you just how good Connor McDavid is. Like Draisaitl there, 25.93, medium franchise, doesn't even have max value. That's insane. McKinnon doesn't either. So basically it's to show how much more valuable McDavid is than everybody else. Now in terms of the trading block, I got Drieger on there. Just kind of curious what we can get for him. Giordano, 1 year left in case he walks. Soucy's in the AHL, but he's 80 overall. Same with Blackwell there. We'll see if we get any offers. Now in terms of free agencies, one thing I forgot to mention, guys. So Tuukka Rask will be in free agency in your franchise if you don't move him over to an international team. You definitely want to do that because unless you just want to be cheap, I guess, and sign him, you risk just some random team getting an elite 90 overall goalie for free. I just moved him over to like Great Britain, Kazakhstan, some team like that. That way he isn't in franchise. Now Brady Tkachuk still does not have a team. This could be very interesting. Can we get Brady Tkachuk? Offer contract. 1 year he wants 2.85. So I think we can offer like 1 year, $3 million. The thing is, if he accepts, I don't see how Ottawa doesn't match this, but we'll give it a try here and see what they say. Now I'm sorting by overall here. Eric Stahl's available, 82 overall. He is 36 years old, but I feel like if we're not in the playoffs, just a good rental. We'll offer 1.1 there for 1 year. Really no risk. Demers, we don't really need. I think he's taking a spot from a younger guy. Gusev, he's more of an offensive dude. I don't know. Could we use him? I feel like he's probably like, you know, low risk. Dominic Kapanen there still has potential. I'm pretty sure all our forwards are already 80 overall though, but Gusev here, 81. And I'm looking at his stats, very good offensive stats. And the thing Seattle's honestly lacking is offense because, you know, every team protect their best forwards. So I'm going to make Gusev an offer. I know in the real life, Leafs just let him go with a PTO. He could honestly help us out in our power play. It wasn't looking great. Evgeny Svechnikov's available. I'm definitely going to sign him. 24.76. Throw him in the AHL for the next couple years. If he plays well, it's awesome. And if not, who cares? Dennis Malgin there. 24.76. Same thing. Might not grow into anything, but if he does, it's a free player for us. A couple other guys here. Green, 23.68. 3 years is basically his potential is done. He might not get to an 80. Julius Honka, I think, is playing over in Europe right now. We'll give him $800K 1 year. We do all have a ton of contract spots because we're a brand new team. Could sign his brother as well. 2060, low top 4. I feel like why not? We already got the Fleury brothers. Why not get the Honka brothers as well? And now I'm looking at goalies here. Nothing really available. The 3 best ones for potential are almost done growing. They're still low 70s, so no reason to sign them. Devin Dubnyk there. We traded Drieger. I could sign him to be our backup, but for the time being, we don't need him. And there we go. Luke Green signing with us. Same with Antoni Honka. Will his brother. Colin Blackwell. Riley Sheehan. I think Sheehan was in the AHL as well. 4th and 5th round pick. I mean, for us, they're literally just extra players. So I'm going to say a yes to this for Ottawa. And you know what? There's a chance, very slim, but there's a chance maybe that somehow makes Ottawa not want to pay Brady Tkachuk. Evgeny Svechnikov helps out the AHL team. Eric Stahl, I think will honestly help out the NHL team. Julius Honka, there we go. Dennis Malgin, Nikita Gusev. So we're making some nice signs. I know I complained about Tuukka Rask, but 90 overall is quite different than the guys we just signed. Wow. Brady Tkachuk accepts as of now. I feel like there's no way Ottawa doesn't match, but crazier things have been seen in this game before. Waiting for the days, and has been matched by Ottawa. So, I mean, I basically helped them out, but, I mean, that's fine. You know, you got to take a shot, and I didn't want to give a first-round pick in case we were bad and potentially lose, you know, Shane Wright, Brad Lambert. So after those signings, guys, I want to give you an update look at the team. Also, I forgot to mention where our team stats is seller, so I think that's why our first-round pick's worth quite a bit. Schwartz, Wemberg, and Gord's the first line. Everly, Yarncroc, and Gusev the second. You might not be able to tell, but it's a +2 they're getting. Hopefully they can fix that with an update. I don't know why it's not the same green as like the check marks on the right there. McCann, Stahl, Tanev's the third line, also getting a +2. Appleton, Johansson, and Donskar on the fourth. Defensively there, same. All getting a +1. And then in terms of the goalies, obviously no change either. I did try and do my best with special teams. Power play is 2 zeros, and it was actually 2 -1, so that took a bit. The 4-man, I think, was 2 -2, so I got a -1 and -2. I'm not sure why it's so bad. I'm actually wondering right now, maybe Vince Dunn? We have no offensive defense, which sucks. Yeah, Vince Dunn's really helped out more than Cholowski, but I'll put him in because he is higher rated. Penalty kill here, you can see 2 zeros. 3-man's 2 -1. So maybe because we don't have as many X factors, that's why our chemistry isn't as good. But I'm thinking before we make a drastic trade, we'll kind of just start simming with the Seattle Kraken team. Obviously, brought a couple guys in, Install and Gusev. But being an expansion team, I literally just have no idea where this team's at. Like, are they close to being a contender? We need to do a complete rebuild. I feel like we gotta sim at least a couple months before I, make a trade, unless a good hockey trade comes along. So Giordano, Kopitar, I definitely like this new pre-game menu. In terms of our overalls, we've got 89 offense, 89 defense, 88 goaltending. So pretty balanced team. You can see there, only the 2 X Factor players. But we'll start simming now, guys. Like I said, get a better idea of where our team is at, and then start making some moves. And real quick, guys, before I start the simulation, leave a like on this video. It really helps me out. Look at this. This is a very interesting trade-off from Boston. Fabian Lysell, a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th for Adam Larson and Marcus Johansson. Kind of funny, I was actually looking at Lysell because I saw that they had him on the block. I don't know. Again, we don't know where we're at. Larson is like a top 4 defenseman for us. Good contract, not that old. I'm going to decline right now because if he has a good season, I think we could trade him for more. Oh my goodness. And we started out the year 5-1, so pretty good start. And another trade over here for Larson. Arvidsson, a 3rd and a 4th from LA. Kind of funny, I was also looking at Arvidsson on LA because those are 2 of the kind of better guys on the trade block. Again, though, I don't think we go up Larson. Arvidsson's a very similar forward that we have. He's like a low 80. We really need a superstar on this team, which either we're going to get through Beniers or we're going to get through trade. And speaking of Beniers, guys, that reminded me, I forgot to show you the AHL roster. So after our signings, we got Evgeny Svechnikov on the first line with Beniers and Morgan Geekie. Pretty solid, again, a +2. Cole Lynn, Maligan, and Torinsky there on the second line. McCormick, True, Bastion on the third. And then we have 2 random guys and Luke Henman, who was actually Seattle's first ever signing, on the 4th. I guess because, they basically drafted more defensemen than forwards from the expansion draft. We didn't have enough forwards. Honestly, though, 4th line being crap, I don't care. Hopefully that just gives more time to the guys we have playing on the top 3 lines. Defensively there, Lozon, Fleury +2, Carrick, Susi, Olofsson, Honka. It's pretty good AHL defense. And then goaltending-wise, Joey Decor's our starter, 77. Bibo backing him up, 74. Overall, I think this is a decent AHL team. Take a quick look at their record right now. Beniers says 19 points, 17 games. Pretty good, I'd say. We're 8-6-3. I'll take it. So at the end of December here now, guys, the record of 19-16-1, which is pretty solid. Good for 3rd in the division. So currently a playoff team. Oilers are last. Not good. Golden Knights, for some reason, not simming well. They're also out of the playoffs. Leading score right now, Jane Schwartz, 37 points, 36 games, so just over a point per game. Love seeing that. I mean, if we're a playoff team, yeah, I feel like we got to give ourselves a chance to win the Stanley Cup in the first year, because just how crazy would that be? Even if it's, not the smart thing, to do that would just be amazing. So, if we continue this, I'm not going to trade any of our best players, but I'm also not going to, go out and buy some guys, as that would also not be a very smart move. And we just got an offer here, guys, from the Maple Leafs for Johansson, Abramov in a 6th, for Johansson and a 4th. I think Johansson's currently playing, 2nd line for us, though. Abramov is low top 6. I thought it was maybe medium. 4th round pick. Johansson, 15 points right now in 55 games. Never mind, I think he's 4th line. Time on ice, 7 minutes. I think we should do that, because, yeah, Abramov's not a bad prospect if he does turn out. I think he'll help us out more than Johansson is right now. So Johansson was playing 4th line center. I believe we have somebody scratched. Yeah, Ryan Donato can come in that 4th line center role. Mason Appleton's also there. He's got 70 faceoffs. So does Donato. I guess since Appleton's right hand, I'll leave him on that right wing, but yeah, basically just got Abramov for free. And we're off the trade deadline, guys, with a record of 32, 27, and 3. So positive record. We're actually around 500 a bit in January. Still 3rd in the division, 1 point back, and we have a game in hand. So, I mean, if we win our next game, we're literally 1st in the Pacific at that point. Schwartz there slowed down a little bit, but still 53 and 62. Playing quite well on that 1st line. So, we're going to get to the trade deadline now. I'm pretty open to anything. I think ideally it's a hockey trade. I'm not really looking to sell, nor am I looking to go crazy buying. Just looking to make smart hockey moves here. Such a cliche, but I guess I'll call us a conservative buyer. I think that's probably more what we are than a conservative seller. If there's a really good thing out there, I'm willing to buy it. I think, we do have a good enough team right now. So Banajad's on the block. Rangers mustn't think they can re-sign him. Jared Spurgeon there. Big contract. Thomas Hertl, 1 year left. T.S. Ekholm. Philip Forsberg as well. David Perron. A lot of these guys are rentals all year left. Hampus Lindholm. Ryan Strom. Ricardo Kell. Nick Leddy on the Red Wings. It's actually a pretty realistic trade block, I think, at this trade deadline. So we'll go through and see if we can make a trade happen. All right, guys, so right here trying to make a trade the Edmonton Oilers for Calder Yamamoto. A lot of people think I look like him. He's on the block for some reason. What does he have there? 42 points right now, I think, which is pretty good. 20 minutes a night, playmaker, awesome hands, good shooting. Offering up Donato as our fourth line center. Morgan Geeky's in the AHL. Basically trying to do a 2-for-1 and upgrade. Pretty similar value. Edmonton's in shambles. They're panicking. We'll see what they say to this offer. Trades rejected. I feel like it's pretty close, though, because those two guys had similar value. They do like our picks. We have 2 fourths. Let's throw in the Calgary fourth. Bet on ourselves. Trades accepted. Okay, so Calder Yamamoto is the Seattle Kraken. I love that. Next year, trying to make a big trade to San Jose Sharks. I noticed we need an offensive defenseman. They have Brent Burns on the block. 85 overall. Gives us what we need on the power play. 37 years old, making $8 million for 4 more years. Really, it's 3 more years. Have them retaining $2.5 million. Offering up Alexiak. Defensive defenseman. We have Larson, who kind of fits that role. Plus a second rounder. We'll see what they say here. Trades rejected. We only got about 8 minutes left. I was looking around. Like, no team has offensive defenseman on the block. We'll try $2 million there. And we'll also throw in the Maple Leafs 6th round pick. Trade is still rejected. We've got 3 minutes left. I'll do our 4th round pick. Trade rejected. Trade deadline's complete. I think that's probably for the best because, yeah, I didn't really want to take on Brent Burns' full contract. So, only made 1 trade, but it was our first trade we actually made where we made the offer getting Yamamoto, which I thought was nice. And Toronto there gets Jesse Puljujarvi, very interesting, from Minnesota. So, I think Minnesota got him from Edmonton, then they flipped him because I was actually thinking about trading for him as well with Yamamoto. Minnesota got a 1st round pick back for him, just adding a 3rd and a 4th. Arizona gets Martin Kaut, Colorado Avalanche for Boyd, Galchenyuk in a 5th. Winnipeg there traded Hanola to the Sharks. Interesting. Wow. Nashville got Jeff Skinner and a 4th round pick in exchange for a 2nd. They gave up a 2nd round pick to get Jeff Skinner in that contract. Are you kidding me? It should have been like Jeff Skinner and a 1st for Nashville's 4th or something. Wow. I can't believe Buffalo was able to move that contract. Well done. St. Louis there, Hendricks Lapierre. Washington got a couple 3rds and Bozak. Of course, our trade for Yamamoto. Kajula to the Hurricanes. Greenway to the Oilers for Puljujarvi. So that was the first trade with Minnesota. Not a bad trade. Stuart Skinner also involved there. Kulikov. Islanders get Phil Kessel and Ryan Dzingel from Arizona. So they're full sell mode. Florida got Kevin Fiala and Bukestad and Franz Nielsen from Minnesota. So Minnesota's also sliding off quite a bit. Dallas got Victor Rask. Exchange for Wyatt Johnson. Jeez, that's a big return. And Blake Coleman. That can't be Blake Coleman. He's on Calgary unless he got traded already. Columbus got Nick Leddy from Detroit. Detroit got a 1st round pick for him. David Perron goes back to Vegas to Bertuzzo. Bobrovsky goes to Buffalo. So that's why they had to trade away Jeff Skinner. They couldn't afford both those huge contracts. They got a 2nd round pick with them. Give up Colin Miller and Marlowe. Wow. Florida moved Bobrovsky for like nothing because I think both those guys 1 year left. San Jose got a 1st round pick. Jake Allen and Yolanin from Montreal for Thomas Hertl. Not a bad return. Jamie Benn goes to the Rangers. Dallas gets Ryan Strome. Grabber to Philly there. Matthias Ekholm to Montreal. Josh Anderson and a 1st to Nashville. Nashville got Kent Johnson from, wow, Columbus, who gets Philip Forsberg. What a trade. Raquel and Shattenkirk, Colorado, they're stocking up. Anaheim gets a 1st and a 3rd. Heponiemi to the Devils. Florida got PK Subban. Geez, Stankoven to Calgary with Kudobin. And that's how Dallas got Blake Coleman. And then they flipped them. Will Butcher there. And Hinostroza go to Chicago. Buffalo gets Nicholas Beaudouin. A couple other prospects. So a pretty busy trade deadline. I'm actually really surprised by that. Yeah, Philip Forsberg for Kent Johnson. What a blockbuster. Tons of honestly big trades. Very surprised. And Radko Gudas is on waivers. 78 overall. He's making 2.5. Alright, I'm going to say no to that. So after the trade deadline, guys, just an updated look at the lines. I've got Schwartz, Wenberg, and Yamamoto now on the first line. I figure Yamamoto, 23 years old, one of the younger players on this team. Medium top 6. Was having a pretty good season on the Oilers. Probably playing with McDavid and or Draisaitl. Now he's got Wenberg and Schwartz. See if he can keep it up. The middle 6 there, Gusev, Yarncroc, Eberle, Gordon, McCann, Tanev, all get a +2. Donskoy, Stahl, Appleton, a very solid 4th line. No changes, of course, to the defense or the goaltending. So we'll see how this team does, if we can scoop into the playoffs or not. We're currently 2nd in the division with 69 points. Nice. 1 point back of the Kings with a game in hand. See if we can get it done. And look at this, the St. Louis Blues fire their head coach. That's actually kind of surprising. The NHL regular season's over, guys. We finished with a record of 46, 32, and 4, which was good for first place in the division. Look at the Kraken, 96 points, followed by the Kings, Golden Knights, Ducks, and Sharks. Kind of surprised, honestly. Both wildcards in the West come from the Pacific. I think in real life they'll both be in the Central. Blackhawks 107. Wow. I don't know how they're sitting so well. Canadians 118. The Bruins missed, which is pretty surprising as well. Flyers, Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Capitals. Definitely some surprising teams in there. Vern Eberle finished with the leading scorer, 71 points, 82 games. I think we had a different leading scorer like every time we took a break, so that's pretty cool. Shorts there 70, so one behind. Gusev 68. What a free agent signing. I mean, how much are we paying this guy? 1.4 million. I think he's going to go up in rating. Yarncroc 62. Yanni Gord 61. All these guys had the potential to grow, I think. Stahl 58 even. Another free agent signing gone for what, $1 million bucks. Yamamoto 55. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Wenberg 54 was our first line center. McCann pushing 50. Jordan on 40. Obviously got to try and keep him now since we didn't trade him. How did our goaltenders do? Grubauer 34 and 26. 0.913 and 2.84. Almost identical stats, honestly, for the two of them. And pretty realistic stats, too. So I think definitely having the higher shot frequency with the higher scoring is the way to go. AHL team, Matty Beniers, 76 and 82. 50 goals this guy had. Now it's 70. Wow, his shot's not even that crazy. One cool thing, I saw Kent Johnson already got an X Factor. I'm not sure if I was supposed to add that when I created the player, but I didn't, but apparently it doesn't matter, as I can get one as I grow in rating. Cole in there had 60 points, now it's 79. He could be pushing in for an AHL spot next year. After that, Cale Fleury maybe, 50 points in the AHL. No one else really, shocking me or anything. Goaltender-wise, Joey Decord, not bad. Anton Bibeau, also pretty good stats. I think our AHL team's actually in the playoffs as well. I want to say I noticed them when our AHL team was still simming. Take a look at the entire league next year. Ovechkin had 126. Alright, with 77 goals at 36 years old. Calm down, yay. Matthews at 68. Almost 400 shots for Ovi. So maybe that's a bit too many shots, but everyone else is like pretty normal. Nick Backstrom only 162. He is a playmaker, so that's accurate. 400 shots for Ovi. Oshie 225. So just the Capitals top line. Must have been getting a +5. They just absolutely went off. The point total is really not that crazy. Let's see. Bergeron, Kucherov, Draisaitl 103. Sagan, Line went off. Pastrnak there at 100. Crosby, Marner, McDavid. Yeah, honestly, like the point totals aren't that crazy. Just a couple of the goal totals there with Ovi at 77. Definitely, yeah, Ovi with Miroshachenko. Sagan there at 58 goals, not too bad. Take a look at defenseman next year. Drew Doughty at 84 points. Over a point per game is an 87 overall. Gee, so he's still just too good in this game. Carlson 71. Could see him bouncing back. Hedman, Ekblad, big year. Brent Burns. We tried to get him. Maybe we'll get him in the offseason for cheap. Doesn't look like any of our defensemen. Really no surprise. Best goalie in the league, Carey Price, 48 wins. 0.919 at 2.62. Probably your best winner right there. Also, guys, looking at rookie skaters, Trevor Zegras here, 66 points, 82 games. I'm guessing he'll win the Calder. Matthew Boldy actually made Minnesota's team 41-82. I think he was a 76, and they put him in. Now he's 79. Pretty surprising. Alex Newhook there, if you guys didn't know, he's got medium elites. Krasov, Volino for Detroit. So Beniers, I think, has got a really good shot to win it next year. Probably going up against Shane Wright. Also, too, guys, want to take a quick look at the standings. We know we won the Pacific. Now, in terms of the entire league, we weren't even top 8. You got Montreal there, winning the President's Trophy. Chicago second. But I don't know about both those teams. Where did we finish? We were 9th place, even though we won the division. I mean, that's accurate. I think the Pacific's going to be pretty bad this year. Boston and New York both don't get in. LA does. Same with Vegas. I guess just the West in general is really bad. Anaheim at 20. San Jose 21 gets in, 86 points. The East is just that much better. And last place in the entire NHL, 32nd, the first team to finish 32nd, Arizona Coyotes, 61 points. Honestly, not a shocker. We saw how low rated they were. So, we're going to get started now, guys, with the playoffs. I guess in the first round, we go up against the Sharks, who we almost made that big trade with. Or, sorry, the Anaheim Ducks. My mistake, because I guess, yeah, the second wild card would be the winner in the Central. We have the Ducks here. We'll get started with the sim. I like our team. I think we're solid. I think we have more depth than the Ducks. Look at that. They actually have it like back-to-back. That's kind of cool. Changing it up. So, first 2 games are at home. We get an OT loss and a 7-2 win. Next 2 games in Anaheim. 5-1 loss and a 5-2 loss. Not good. Down 3-1. We have to pull a Cleveland here versus Golden State. Come on, boys. 4-1 loss. Are you kidding me? So the Ducks take us out in 5. Stanley Cup in the first year wasn't meant to be. That's all right. Our AHL team here. through the first round. They're playing the Bakersfield Condors now in the second. Basically just trying to see if Matthew Beniers can carry them. And we get it done in 7. So we're on to the Calder Cup Playoffs, actually. That's right, because we're already playing the playoffs while the NHL regular season is still going on. So Calder Cup final here. This is pretty cool. I'm probably just going to sim this one because most of the guys don't really matter. So the first 2 games there, both OT wins. Very, very close. A 3-2 win. All right, so the final one, we'll sim this thing period by period. Do we win the Calder Trophy our first year with probably the worst fourth line I've ever had in the franchise? We're down 1, down 2-1, and that game ends 4-1. All right, so no sweep there for us in the Calder final, but we have 3 games left here to win it. I already forget our team name. The Pineapples. Actually, I have no idea what the AHL team name is now. PSP. Was it? I don't even know. 1-1. Matthew Beniers. 2-1. McCormick. And there we go. 4-1. Calder Cup champs. Cole Lynn there. And then Nod gets the empty netter. I think Nod is like the 50 overall dude on the 4th line. Pacific Palm Springs. That's the team name. Win a Calder Cup in their inaugural season. So Seattle couldn't get it done, but the AHL team does. Cole Lynn at 30 points in 23 games in the playoffs. Absolutely went off. Let's see how good the rest of the guys did there. Matty Beniers, 27 and 23. Svechnikov, 15. So it was a Lynn and Beniers show. Those 2 guys just carried the team. How'd the goaltenders do? Decord there, .912, 2.69. Nice. Now, even though we just won the Calder Cup, the NHL Conference Finals are still going on. Stanley Cup Final is Tampa Bay, Vegas. And wow, Tampa Bay with the 3-peat. Are you kidding me? I mean, Team Yzerman built, and he doesn't even get to celebrate their success. So we'll take a look here at this playoff tree. Tampa Bay beat the Toronto Maple Leafs in 7, Canadiens in 6, Blue Jackets in 5. I would be absolutely shocked if the Blue Jackets make the conference final. And then the Golden Knights in 7. Like I said, the final I think is pretty realistic. Golden Knights there went through LA, Anaheim, and Dallas before losing to Tampa Bay. Now looking at the awards, are you kidding me? 3 straight. That's a dynasty. President's Trophy Montreal, Francis Campbell Vegas. Second time in 5 years. Prince of Wales, Tampa Bay Lightning. Individual awards here, of course, Ovi got the Art Ross and the Hart Trophy. I mean, the dude had 77 goals. Drew Doughty with the James Norris. You can lower his rating, but he doesn't care. He's still going to win trophies in franchise. Austin Matthews there, Lady Bing. Trevor Zegras did get the Calder. Kucherov, Conn Smythe Trophy. Carey Price won the Vezina as we predicted. Also got the William Jennings. Australia there on Detroit, Bill Masterton. So it looks like it still goes to a defenseman on a bad team. LA coach Jack Adams. Bergeron, Selke. Ovechkin, Ted Lindsay, of course. Also got the Maurice Richard. He's definitely catching Gretzky in this sim. No way around it. AHL, of course, our team there won the Calder Cup. We also won our division for the regular season. I don't know if we won our conference, though. I don't think so, yeah. That's the Western Conference Playoff Champ Trophy. Beniers did not have the most points in the AHL. Tyler Ennis, MVP. He had the most goals, though, which I think makes sense. He scored, what, 50? Kent Johnson, though, got Outstanding Rookie. Are you kidding me? The other Michigan boy. Mahura, Best D-Man. Brube, Best Goalie. Cole Lynn, MVP of the playoffs. He went off. Ennis there, Sportsmanship. Timmins, Community Involvement. Brube, lowest goals against. So pretty good season, I'd say. Even though we got knocked down the first round of the playoffs, our AHL team won the Calder Cup in their first season. I will take it. We'll get to the offseason now, do the draft, all that stuff. And look at this. Edmonton finds a way to get Shane Wright. They jump from 5 to 1. Are you kidding me? Arizona there drops, of course, from 1 to 2. And then everyone else is going to drop 1 spot because Edmonton jumped up. So there's only 2 picks being, involved in the lottery, which is nice to see. Taking a quick look here as well at the retired players. Zdeno Chara calls it quits with the New York Islanders. Phil Pilafair on the Marlies. Dubinsky, Molson, Coburn, Boychuk, Polak. So really nobody. And I'm taking a quick look at the draft class here, guys. Shane Wright is the consensus first overall. Made up dude here. Pitkinen, medium elite. I believe he's made up at least because I haven't really heard of him. Brad Lambert there, 3. Miroshachenko is 4. Savoy is 6. Geeky 7. Should be a defenseman. Pretty good. Medium elite. I don't know how I missed him. Jarachek here at 5. So yeah, I don't think we're getting any of those guys, but we'll take a look and see if our scouts have found any gems for us. 1 bust, no gems. Alright, let's see. Guaranteed potentials, any medium elites. All the guys. Oh, I mean, this Zaitsev guy. Very low chance. We can take a chance on him later on. So we're at the draft here, guys, and Edmonton has the first overall pick on the block. So they still got that kind of bug, I would say, where a team that wasn't supposed to do bad puts their first overall pick on the block, even though it would just make sense for them to take Shane Wright. I'm pretty sure in our last franchise, Edmonton got Shane Wright as well. Beniers there down to 77, Yamamoto 83, Schwartz 86, Wenberg 85. So Definitely had some growth on this team. That's what I was trying to trade for Shane Wright. Controller died, so only got 2 minutes left. 25th pick. I don't know. 25th. Also offer our second rounder. And I'll throw in, like, Jordan Eberle's 32. We're trying to build for the future. Send Jordan Eberle back their way. First, second, Eberle, first overall. Trade rejected. Okay, I kind of figured that'd be the case. Do we send Larson back? Do we just send all the former Oilers? No, that'd be too much. Matty Beniers, I'm not trading him. Cole Lynn's an 80. I think he's going to be a big part of this team. Let's see. Mason Appleton. He didn't really have a lot of playtime on our team. I kind of just doing him a favor. And you know what? With that, I mean, first overall, Shane Wright would be just ridiculous. So we'll also add Winnipeg second next year. We're going to bet on ourselves. Or actually, if we're betting on ourselves, we're going to keep our second in case you want to offer sheet somebody. First, 2 seconds, Eberle Appleton for first overall. Trade is still rejected. Might be too tough to get. And this is really cool, guys. So I'm looking at Ivan Miroshachenko here. He's one of my created players, and he does have an X Factor. He's got the zone ability there, 1T, as well as magnetic and thunderclap with superstar abilities. I didn't give them to him, so I guess the created players, if they're prospects at least, we'll just kind of get them. Really cool to see that. Alright guys, next year I'm offering Adam Larson, our first round pick, 25th overall, to Calgary for the 6th overall. That should get us a medium elite player. And I kind of would like one because, you know, we're a new team. We don't have a lot of great prospects. Larson's a defensive defenseman. I think we can sign a guy similar to him. We have a lot of cap space. See what the Flames say. Trade is rejected. Quite far off. So yeah, it seems like it's tough to tell the trade values. I kind of like the fact that, you know, McDavid's worth so much more now because everyone else is kind of worth less. But at the same time, it's tough to see really what you need to include when you're looking at such small bars. We'll try adding a third here. Oh, and there it goes. So Larson, a first and a third. We're picking 6th overall now. Alright, so we're going to sim to our pick. Hopefully there's some nice guys available. Are you kidding me? So this Pickinen dude made up, went second, 81 medium elite. Red, of course, went first. Only a 78, but high elite. Lambert third. Jarechek there. Hopefully I said his name right. The defenseman went 4. Miroshachenko went 5th. I was hoping we could have got him. The 1T X Factor. He's going to be a beast. Goes to Detroit, though, my favorite team, so I'm going to take it. Now we got Savoy and Geeky both available. Both play for the Winnipeg Ice. How cool would it be to actually get both these guys? I know Savoy, I know his rating, 73 medium elite. I think Geeky's 71 medium elite. So we'll take Matthew Savoy here, and hopefully it turns out to be a pretty good player for Seattle. I guess, you know, I'm going to sim Buffalo pick. If they don't take Geeky, maybe we try and get the 8th pick to take him as well. Get the 2 teammates would be pretty cool. Never mind, Buffalo took him. Our next pick here, guys, is pick number 25 in the 2nd round. I guess we're going to have to try and, you know, do our best here. Not a whole lot. Trevor Wong was good in the old games. Probably a bit too high rated. You can see he's low top 6. What we got here for sure things. Okay, some 50-50 medium elites. Our scouts really haven't found anyone for us. Now, Luke Woodworth here has an X Factor. What does he got? Quick pass, elite edges, yoink. He's got 3 superstar abilities. Slafosky here actually has a zone ability, magnetic, or at least I just realized there's a chance he has it. It's like the lowest one. 50-50 for stick him up. Woodworth for his superstars. Actually guaranteed for all 3 of those. So I think we got to take Woodworth here. Just makes more sense. And he's 59 medium top 9. So not the best, but looks like it's about what we're getting right now in the 2nd round. So we'll take it. Buffalo here offering us a 5th and a 7th for our 4th. I'm going to decline because I think with this 4th rounder, I'm going to take a chance at that guy who could be medium elite. Probably isn't. Zaitsev here. He's actually a goalie. I didn't realize that. Sergei Zaitsev. Usually the goalie's the ones you'll hit on later rounds. And he's a fringe starter. Never mind. 5th round here. Draft so far. Apart from our first pick, wasn't great. I'm just going to try these 50-50 medium elites now. I guess we'll go with like the highest ranked ones. So Vishnevsky here. Alexander from Russia. Medium top 6, but he's 51 overall. So pretty good potential. Just going to take him a while to grow. We actually have back-to-back picks here. In the 6th round, again, I think we're going to try the 50-50 medium elites. There's only one left, Toulnay. I know he's not, but what is he? I'm actually not sure. Medium top 9, not terrible. Brady Burns here, 50-50 chance to spin a Rambo. I'm not sure what his rating is. I haven't like gone through the rosters enough yet. Nolan Seed there, defenseman for Owen Sound. Guaranteed to have Yoink and in reverse. We haven't really drafted many defensemen. Let's take Seed. I think he's probably like medium top 6. Medium 7th, oh my gosh. I guess it is a 6th round though, so can't be too upset. Now in the 7th round here, Can we get an X Factor still? Hayes here. Tape to tape. The superstar. Goalie has one. We just took a goalie though. We'll take Hayes from Flint. And he's medium bomb 6. The 7th round could be worse. So not too bad, I guess. I usually think this first draft's not the greatest. We got Savoy though. Gave up Larson basically and a 3rd, or I guess a 2nd as well. But I think, you know, that worked out pretty well. Have him and Beniers now to build around this team, have as our 1-2 punch for the future. And we're now 3-sign phase here, guys, with over $30 million in cap space. Giordano wants to come back. I just realized I never named a captain for this team. I totally forgot to do it. I believe they were running 3 alternates, Giordano, Eberle, and I forget who the 3rd one is. I think it was probably Adam Larson. Definitely think we got to name a captain for our 2nd year. First year, you know, we just had to see who took charge in the room or whatever. Giordano's 38. Definitely probably could wear the C. 5.5 for 1 year, 87 overall, best player on the team, and we have tons of money. Eric Stahl, 85 overall now, 37 years old. Another veteran. I can't believe we got up to 85. He wants $5 million though. We got him for $1 million. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. Nikita Gusev also jumped up to an 85. He wants 7.8. He did have a great year. He had a great year. He jumps up to 85 overall. I'm not paying Gusev that much money. I think it was just because he was on a good line, getting ice time or whatever. Kelly Yamamoto, we're definitely bringing back. He wants a bridge deal. We'll do a bridge then. 2 years at 3.5. If you get up to like an 85 or something, that'd be pretty nice. Jared McCann, what does he want? 4.2? He's basically our 3rd line center. I'll do 4 years till he's 30. We'll see if he takes $4 million. 4x4 there. Pretty good looking contract. Yarncroc here, 5.6 for 83. That seems like quite a lot of money. Vince Dunn didn't go up. Same with Alexiak. Kind of a lot of money there for D-Man. Donskoy as well, but only 1 year left. Chalowski did go up in rating by 1. 3x3. I think I'd rather a 2x2. We'll give him like 2.2. I think he can still grow. Mason Appleton, I like in the bottom 6. 3-year deal. 1.5 to stay there and just, you know, play good minutes. Brandon Tana's also kind of overpaid for 81, but unless we can trade him away, we're stuck with him. Cole Lind, would love for him to make the NHL team this year. 2-year deal, 1.2. And he played great in the AHL. Let's try 3 years at 1.3. See if he says yes to that. Hayden Fleury's got medium elite, but he's 25. He's only an 80. I'm going to do a 1 year because I don't think he's going to grow. If he doesn't grow this year, I'm just not going to keep him in the NHL. Susie's going to be buried. Carrick, Cale Fleury, these guys are all AHL dudes. Take a look at goaltenders next. They're both signed, or NHL guys at least. Bebo, can probably find a better AHL backup. And then we got Zaitsev there we just drafted. So we'll advance the day here, see what they say. Yamamoto's coming back on that bridge. Chalowski came back. Giordano came back. Appleton as well. Fleury, McCann, Lind. So everyone said yes. I think the one I was most worried about was Jared McCann on the 4x4. So good to see him back. Yamamoto, we still have just under $15 million in cap space. And the thing is, there could be some superstars available. And I'd rather spend our $15 million on superstars than Eric Stahl, who's 37. Especially he's taking, you know, time from the younger guys. Wenberg, Gord, Jared McCann, any of those guys could play in our top 6. So Stahl, appreciate him signing with us, but gonna let him go. Gusev, I don't know. I don't see him. What's his stats now? 85. Wow. Yeah, puck skills there are unreal, but I'm going to let him go as well. Those guys are just rentals. Helped us in our first year. Yarncroc wants 5.6. Again, I'd rather we could get 2 $7.5 million superstars for that money opposed to those 3 guys. So I think I'll just have to go through, choose the AHL guys to stay, and then we get to free agency. So we're at the free agency period here, guys. One thing I was just thinking, I definitely could have traded Gusev, Stahl, and probably Yarncroc too at the draft for late round picks, but I didn't realize they're all going to ask for so much money. Plus, I guess, you know, those late round picks we were making weren't really hitting on much anyways. And this is why I wanted some money. 14.6. I wish I had like 20 million. Look at everyone who went to free agency. Philip Forsberg is here. Zibanejad, Thomas Hertl, Trocheck, Johnny Gaudreau, Radulov, Palat there, Olofsson. Palat wants 10.3 million. I mean, some teams must have some money. Chris Letang testing free agency. 1 year at $8 million. That would be a big time player to get. Help out our defense. I feel like our defense isn't too bad though. Wow, so some really good players here. We'll sort by overall. Chris Letang is number 1. Johnny Gaudreau, Hertl there. I mean, one guy I like, Philip Forsberg, he's only 27. 8.775. It's two-way forward. I feel like Philip Forsberg's more of a sniper in real life, but there's some big players we could get. I'm just trying to think like who helps our team the most. Letang and Forsberg combined is about 16 million. You got to think they're replacing $1 million player, so I think we could make offers on both. It'd be really tight though for money. Goalies, Marc-Andre Fleury is available. We've got Grubauer though, he played well. Don't really have to worry about that. Darcy Kemper, the Avs gave up all of that to get him for 1 year, and that was it. But I mean, maybe they'll take Fleury or something, who's still 88 overall there at 37 years old. Check goalie potentials here. We do actually need an AHL backup. See if anyone's decent. Mikey DiPietro, what is Vancouver thinking? 23.79 UFA. Wants 1.7 million, 1 year. He's gonna grow, I guess. I'm in the cap space right now, so we'll do 1 year. He is gonna be our AHL starter. We'll do 1 year, 900K, or we'll do more than that. We'll do 1 year, 975K. Be our AHL starter. That's an absolute steal if we can get him. Not really sure what Vancouver's thinking. Even Yorgi there, available as a goalie as well. So we actually should check Jesse Puljujarvi there. Is he a UFA? He's an RFA. 84 overall, 4.4. Cost us a lot of picks. We'll check two-way players here for potential. Williams, 2163, medium top 6. This guy went undrafted, so if you guys are wondering like how bad some of the prospect ratings are, he should be like a medium top 9 at the absolute max. Schnarr, low top 6, 2371. We had a terrible fourth line in the AHL, so I feel like we definitely need to just sign guys, have some bodies to play. Anderson, is he a UFA? He's an RFA, but might as well make him like the max offer, try and steal him here from LA. Lucas Johansson, 2476, medium top 4. I mean, probably not going to grow fast enough, but you never know. Hayek here, same thing, try and steal him from the Rangers. Also, Wallander, I don't know what Detroit's thinking, Yzerman, but 1964, medium top 4. It's a great prospect to get for free. Ty Ronning, 2474, high top 9. I'll sign him for X-Tech, just a little shout out there. Cooper Merity here even, 25 years old, 78 overall, medium top 9. Has an X-Factor. Bit of an AHL All-Star. Sign him for 2 years to help out that team. See if we can go back to back. Also, this Jack Dugan guy's not bad. 2477, medium top 9. I saw he's also got an X-Factor, so we'll give him a shot. Now we really just have to decide which All-Stars we're going to go for. I'm pretty happy with anybody. We could just kind of make offers on a bunch of them. Or who's got like the least interest? Johnny Gaudreau with 0 people. Gives us an insane playmaker. Like, he's something we don't have. Somebody this dynamic. Chris Letang. I guess he only costs like what? 100K more than Forsberg. 2 overall higher. Only 1 year older. Let's try and get the 2 big fish. Let's try and get Letang and Johnny Gaudreau. Chris Letang wants 7.9 for 1. So let's offer him. If we do this though, we're not getting Bedard or Michkov, which is the thing. Although we could trade them at the deadline. I don't know. We'll try 8.5 there for Letang on a 1 year. Gaudreau, 7 years, slates 35. He should still be good. We'll try 9 million, 7 years on Gaudreau. He's got no one else interested right now. And I guess we could circle back. There's a lot of guys here, so even if we miss, I'm still pretty confident we can get some players. Josh Manson there. He could help out. David Perron only wants 4.6 as an 85. That's the value contract, honestly, to have. Ryan Getzlaf, 85 as well. So yeah, even if we miss the big fish here, we'll call him. Still some really good players to have. And look at this, guys. I was saying how I didn't like Brandon Tanev's $3.5 million contract. Tampa Bay wants to take it from us. A second and a fourth for him and a third. Thank you very much. We move up around, drop that contract. Now, we will definitely need to sign at least one depth guy, because I think he would have been playing at least bomb 6 for us. Alexiak for a third and a fourth. I kind of like Alexiak. He's big, a defensive defenseman. Third and the fourth probably aren't anything. Williams there goes to the Isle of Wild, so I guess you don't get every single two-way guy anymore. That's okay. Wallander, though, we do get Xavier Bourgault and Bakanov for Alexiak and Drieger. Xavier Bourgault is a solid prospect. Drieger's only a backup for us. Trading away Alexiak, I mean, that gives us so much money. We saw all those good free agents. I'm going to say yes. Xavier Bourgault, medium top 6. Let's go be active in free agency. We just got so much money. We have 24 million in cap space. We can't reoffer on Gaudreau or Letang. We do need a backup goalie now. Could be DiPietro, honestly. So maybe we hold off and see if he does sign to be our backup. Still a lot of goalies left there. We can still make another big all-star offer. I'm thinking, is it going to be Philip Forsberg? He's still there. Thomas Hertl will be pretty nice as well. Zibanejad. There's so many good players here. I just noticed, guys, seems like everyone's going after the defense. Lindholm there has 6 offers on him. Ekholm has 5 offers on him. If we could get Letang, that'd be pretty nice. Keith Yandel there. Nick Leddy. I guess You know what? We'll just wait. We'll see what Letang and Gaudreau say, and then we'll kind of go from there. They should be saying something soon. Anderson stays with Ontario, wants to be more of a playoff contender. We did win the division. Michael DiPietro says yes. Okay, so that's huge. He's going to be our NHL backup goalie, I think. That way, too, he doesn't have crazy stats, doesn't play a lot. We can get him cheaper, and hopefully he'll be the goalie of a future for us. Cooper Merity helps with the AHL team. Ty Ronning says yes. Hayek also decided to go with the Rangers. Didn't give enough money. Okay. Jack Dugan, though, says yes. Lucas Johansson, Nate Schnarr. We're getting some AHL players. Come on. Johnny Gaudreau says yes. Wow. So we get a player there. Johnny Gaudreau is going to make us awesome. Reunited with Mark Giordano. Chris Letang also said yes. I didn't think I gave them enough money. I gave them each like an extra $100K, I want to say. We still have $7.6 million. Wow, our top D pair. Giordano Letang. We have Dunn. We have Hayden Fleury. We have Cholowski. The sixth guy, we could do Susie. Definitely not going to be going to spend a lot of money on somebody. Basically looking for like a value contract. Now, I did just find Jack Rathbone. 23 years old, 79 overall, medium top 6. He's already a top 6 defenseman at 79. So, I'm going to offer him 3 years, 1.5. I'll take him till 26. He could be our 6th defenseman, in which case he'll grow, I think, and be a really nice player for us. I guess we'll still have about $5 million. I said I liked David Perron. I just checked Ryan Getzlav. Apparently his player type is playmaker in this game. I can't believe that. Dude is literally like the definition of power forward. Do not know what they're doing on that one. That's why we need that roster share sooner rather than later. It's tough. Who is going to kind of help our team the most? Dustin Brown. Really, we need some bottom 6 guys. He's a power forward. He'll go around. He'll bang some bodies. Let's get Dustin Brown on a 1 year. 2.75, I like that. Also gives us a bit of a veteran presence. Alright, so I'm going to try and sign David Perron as well here. No one else is interested in him, so 2 years, 4.5. Just in case he goes down. I feel like that's not too risky. Should be able to get both him and Rathbone. And I think at that point, like, we'll be pretty solid as long as we get a little bit of growth from some of our guys. Dustin Brown as well, totally forgot about him. Rathbone, waiting to hear back from Perron. He says yes. Okay, so our team's shaping up quite nice. He had a good player front as well. Look at that. 18 points, 22 games. Now, one thing I just remembered, guys, we still need an AHL backup goalie. Ian Scott's available. 23.74. He does pretty much the exact job we need. And plus, he could turn out to be an NHL backup if he gets to, like, say, 79.80. So, after him, I think we'll be pretty good. 2 seconds for Yanni Gourde. I think we need Yanni Gourde still on the team. Looks like we're probably not going to be getting Bedard or Michkov because team's looking nice. I was looking for some more steals in free agency, guys. Josh Maher is available, 24.77, medium top 4. Looks like 1 year deal is the way to go. Now, really more than defense, honestly, we need offense because I still don't think we have 12 AHL forwards. So, just going to check forwards here. Jonathan Dallin, 24.71. That's tough. We want somebody that can actually play. So let's search by rating here. Brandon Peary's too old. Josh Hosang. Sometimes it's kind of nasty in this game. He's a bit of an AHL All-Star, so I'll sign Josh Hosang to a 1 year. Nick Merkley, 25.79. Alright, let's add Merkley and Hosang. I feel like after that, AHL team should be pretty solid, especially since, you know, they already got it done last year. Wow, Merkley snubbed us for the Blackhawks. Hopefully at least Hosang says yes. Julius Honka finally accepted his qualifying offer. Mahura does join, and same as Hosang. So we're at the start of next season now, guys. As you can see there, our team status is now buyers, so definitely a turnaround from being a seller at the start of last season. Johnny Gaudreau, Alex Wennberg, and Jaden Schwartz our first line. Pretty solid, unfortunately no chemistry boost. Eberle, Gord, and Yamamoto on the second get a +1. Perron, McCann, and Lynn on the third line get a +2. And then we have Brown, Appleton, Donskoy. Pretty solid fourth line there. Unfortunately no boost. Now defensively, our top pair is going to be nasty, guys. Giordano Letang, 87-88 respectively, get a +5. So they're playing like a 93 and a 92. This D pair is going to shut it down. Behind them, we have the Fleury brothers, Kale and Hayden. And somehow, even though these guys share blood and grew up together, they get no chemistry boost. How do you figure that one? Cholowski and Dunn, the bottom pair, get a +1. Kale Fleury, I think, was like a 77 last year, so he's honestly grown a ton for us. In terms of the goaltending, Grubauer there, still 87 as a starter. DiPietro's down 81, backing him up, so really happy with how that looks. AHL team also looks pretty good. Cooper Merity, Matty Beniers, and Josh Hosang on the first line. Literally, I just got 2 AHL All-Stars, I figured, in Hosang and Maruti. They both got, like, solid offensive stats, so hopefully Beniers can just go off 1 more year, kind of, you know, growing in the AHL before he just comes onto the scene in NHL next season, lights it up. Second line there even, pretty high 70s, it's good. We've actually got all players now on the AHL team, no terrible fourth line. Xavier Bourgault's there, we obviously got from Edmonton. Defensively, Mahura here, got him for free. Grew him to 81 like the last month and a half of the summer. Rathbone there, Borgen, Susi, Lozon, Honka. So definitely could try and trade Mahura and Susi both potentially if we can get a decent return. Goalies in the AHL, Joey Decord, Ian Scott. So really liking the look of this team already after one season. Very happy with how it's turned out. Also, I don't want to forget again, I'm going to show you guys the captaincy next here. So wearing the C for the Seattle Kraken for the first time ever is Mark Giordano. Letang there's got one of the alternates, and then Eberle has the other. I figured Eberle is on the thumbnail, one of the veterans. Then Letang, big signing, also a veteran, giving us that +5. He's got to wear it. So going into this season, guys, we'll take a look at our overalls. We've actually got 3 X Factor players now, Letang, Gaudreau, and Giordano. And our ratings there are 93 offense, 92 defense, and 86 goaltending. So pretty happy with that. Hopefully, like I said, we can make a cup run here, because otherwise I'd honestly rather just get last and get Bedard or Michkov. So should be an exciting season 2. If you guys enjoyed this first episode, do me a huge favor and leave a thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure you hit the sub button. Tons more NHL 22 videos on the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.